can listen to what you're saying, and if there's a possibility of them, they can watch you and listen to what you're saying. So, Janet, are you
Okay.
available? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I'm here. Hello. Hi, Marie.
Hi, are you available on video too?
Hi. No, I'm multitasking, so I'd rather just keep it at audio. That's okay.
Okay, that's all right.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so basically, I've been on your meetings a couple of times, a few times actually. I'm a real estate investor, and what I do, the name of my business is Zenith Flip and Sell for Profit, and mainly what I do is I do fix and flips. It's in the title of my LLC in itself. So I do flips out of state mainly. My main focus is are Philadelphia and Atlanta. And I'm also actually looking at some properties in Southern California as well. I have a wholesaler out here, so she's been sending me properties as well. So my main focus is to just build on my portfolio and, do more wholesaling as well. So that's what I'm doing.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Janet. Now, who is the person you would like to select and ask a question?
Let's see. How about Danny?
Hi, nice
Is
to
Danny
meet
there?
you. I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
My field is very different. However, I do have one friend, he's my closest friends. He does commercial real estate. He's looking to buy multifams that are being rented out. He gave me some of the terminology. I do apologize. It's not my field. But if you happen to tell, especially in Atlanta, I think that would be great. He would be interested. I'll be happy to do introduction. That's me right now.
Sounds
Sorry.
great.
All right, Danny, you get to ask a question. So who would you like to ask? I'll be the last one to be asked, so you can pick the others first.
Ask? I don't know. I guess Rick.
Hey, guys.
Hi, Rick. Nice to meet you.
My pleasure. Good to be here.
I'm
Thanks,
seeing-
Marie, for making this possible for us.
I'm just guessing right now. I guess please tell me what you do.
Well, I'm Rick Patterson, also known as the Handyman Business Coach, and I help handyman business owners grow their business rapidly to double, triple, or even 10x their profits. So that's just a small part of what I do. Oh, gosh.
All right, Rick, thank you. Who's your next person? It looks like you have.
Let's tag Jessica.
All right, Jessica.
I knew
Jessica, how are you?
it. Good, good.
All right. Tell us
Happy to
about
be
yourself.
here. Sorry, I missed that. What was your question?
Tell us about yourself.
Oh, okay. Well, normally the questions, I feel a little put off because sometimes the questions are more like, your questions. Sometimes it is kind of like, tell me more about your business. So I can totally do that. But when I ask my question, it might be a little bit different to the next person. So I am Jessica Bowers and I own Joyful Development Group. It's a business dev brand where I set up joint venture partnerships, strategic intros, and relationship management. And although you didn't ask me, I guess something I'm most excited about is making those introductions within the real estate world for different projects going on. So, but I feel like that's, I feel like I have to say more. I could, but we also started late. So, so that is a little bit about me. And as an FYI, I am also a member with our Fire Up Connect community. So I'm here with Marie. We all want to make sure you have a great experience today, being your first time here or it's been a while. Sometimes it gets a little wonky getting back into the group. But so that's me, a little bit about me. And I think did Jennifer go?
Nope, I'm here.
Oh, okay, great.
Yes,
I'm
yes, she did.
multitasking too, so I'm not on video, sorry.
I understand. I get called Jennifer all the time, so you probably get called Jessica. My question for you is, what is something you're most grateful for with your current focus? What would be something that's happened recently that you're most excited about with your business?
Well, I just partnered with a small marketing firm to do their clients' website services. So I build websites. I own my own boutique marketing company, and I kind of started this due to COVID and being laid off for work. And it's been going great, actually. So I'm gaining momentum. And I think how I got in this group is that actually I'm building a real estate website as we speak. It's right up on my screen. But I also have a huge real estate background as well, because my husband and I have been had investment properties as well as we've done our own flips as well.
So awesome. Well, congratulations. That's a huge win. And then Marie's the last person. So you
Yeah,
can
Jennifer, you get to ask me.
free game. Ask her any questions.
Oh, explain your role for us at your current position.
Okay, so I am actually running a company called Finest Women in Real Estate. It's a marketing company promoting women in real estate. And so we have a couple of projects that we're working on. It looks like we have Jason coming in. Let me get him in. And I actually am working on a TV reality show for Finest Women in Real Estate. I have a showrunner right now with Viacom that's working with me. I also produce a radio show, TV show, magazine publication, and I do a lot of real estate development projects. So that's what I'm connected to.
Wow, you wear a lot of hats.
Yes, I do. And we have Jason. Hi, Jason. How are you?
Hey, good. How you guys doing?
Okay, so I get to ask you a question since you're the last one.
We can actually get started now because he's here.
Yeah, exactly. So Jason, tell us, what is something that makes you really motivated?
Oh man. I guess I would say spending time with my family. I like to do things that can set up some time freedom, so doing work and putting in those hard hours. So then like when it is time to go hang out, maybe take a vacation, which I love to do. Then, I can turn the jets on there and just say, hey man, I'm just going to relax and just hang out. So yeah, that's really what motivates me.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. So that is the first part of our meeting, and I'm going to go ahead and let Jason moderate the meeting. Again, this is going to be our second part. So Jason, you're on.
Oh man, I thought y'all were hooking it up without me. Jessica hasn't been here in a while. What's going on?
I mean, it's Jason, it's like a thing. For anyone here we co-host Fridays sometimes, so it's not that it doesn't still have structure, but we can work it out. How about I take one? I'll do the next one. All right. Okay.
So we're on like the discussion speaker part, I guess.
Yes.
Oh man, well I didn't. Did you all have a topic? Were y'all gonna do a topic without me?
No, I mean whatever you think is you would like to talk about. I mean, or do you have anything in mind? I mean, if not, I could. Okay, go for it.
Yeah, I'm gonna come up with something on the fly, man. Well, I know last week, what did we talk about? Our why, right? Like having a why.
Yeah,
and using
that was actually a pretty good topic.
Yeah, everybody was going hard. I don't know who was here. Who was on last week's meeting that's here right now? I don't think anybody, right? Everybody's fresh.
I was there.
You were there. Yeah, you were there.
I was there. That was an awesome meeting. Yes.
Yeah, I like that. So let's talk about this week, man. I mean, all right, let's talk about why don't we talk about like creating content, because that was something that I just did. So last week we were kind of talking about like creating your why or having a why in your business and actually using it in your marketing. And everybody was like, no, like, I'm not really using it in my marketing. I'm not putting it on my websites. I'm not really, portraying that why to their audience. And so it was really good. So this week, let's talk about like creating content, for your target audience. So who here is actually creating content on a regular basis? And when I say content, I don't just mean like posting on social media. I mean, like actually going above and beyond and maybe creating videos, helpful articles, stuff like that. Like, who's actually doing that here? Like, raise your hand. Or, oh yeah, Rick, killing it. Is Rick the only one? It's freaking awesome. Well, now that we know that, Rick, why don't you come on? Why don't you unmute yourself and let everybody know, how is that affecting your business? Like speak on that, man. I'd love to hear. And what are you doing exactly?
Yeah, well, everything I touch has to do with the house, home improvements. So I've got all kinds of platforms that I'm doing daily stuff on, live events, challenges. Just now, I've got 2 new mentors. Now, my philosophy is I'm always learning, always be in the position to learn. Never, the most 3 dangerous words to ever say to anybody or to yourself is, oh, I know that. Or maybe that's 4 words. Oh, I already know that. Okay. Because you cut yourself short. So I'm always learning. And just right now, today I'm running ads in Facebook and other platforms, repurposing content. So I don't just use this one. Marie might do this right here to use this one testimony to say, hey, here's what Rick Patterson says, blah, 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 blah. So it's always taking content, whether it's part of your blog, your posts, or comments. You can repurpose those, things like that. So to stay on topic, that's what I'm doing right now. So I'm running ads right now. I'm doing video combinations along with websites, click funnels of all kinds, that kind of thing like that. So yeah, that's basically all I do. And I do it really hard, really strong for a concentrated period of time, and then let the system that I set up work itself. So I just monitor the system, see what's happening, make sure my stats are good, make sure everything's running like it should, and get the result that I want. Okay. So my why, if I can address that, Jason. So my why is because I want to impact as many people as possible. So my 2 audiences are homeowners, okay, in the DIY section, and then home service pros. So it's a pretty broad spectrum, but each of those have a different language when you speak to them. So speaking the right language where they can understand. If I was to speak German right now, I don't know if any of y'all would understand, but I do speak German. Okay. I don't speak Spanish. So, don't speak that language to me. So we have to speak our language to our audience so they understand the slangs, the terminology, the verbiage. I mean, high school, a master's degree, sometimes I'm a wordsmith and I use, $5 words. All right. But if I'm talking to a 50-cent audience, I don't need to use those because it confuses them. So I have to convert my conversation, my content, to speak directly to that. And how do you do that? You speak to their pain in your content. Okay. That's all you do. Just talk to their pain. Here's 7 reasons why you're struggling in your handyman business, the book I just wrote yesterday. Okay. And I'm running a campaign on that. So the idea is to speak to their pain. Don't talk about how to, because you get into a different mode or a way to go. You want to create curiosity to get them to respond to your call of action. So your content and your call of action are 2 main parts of all of your content, and then you can embellish on that. Hopefully that's not too much of a dissertation for you, but there you go.
Dude, love it, man. I mean, I think that's awesome. Now, like, creating content is so big. So I used to create a ton of content, like all day, video content, blog posts, like just everything, man. And, over the years, I don't know, I kind of got out of that habit, and I'm actually getting back into it now. That's why I brought this up. So there was a little concept that I used back in the day, and I called it ILT. It stood for invest, learn, teach, right? So people think that you can't really like teach and you can't really help your audience without having like a ton of experience. Like if you're not the most successful person in the world or you don't feel like it, a lot of people feel like, oh man, I don't want to create content for my audience because I can't do it. But you know, I'm not qualified, right? So what I would do back in the day is I would invest in stuff. I would go learn, you know, kind of like what Rick was saying. He's like, dude, don't ever, you know, act like you can't learn something and you know everything. So I would learn something, right? And then I would teach it, you know, so I would go off and I would give credit, you know, if I learned it from somebody and I didn't really apply it myself yet, you know, I would give credit there and be like, hey, by the way, I was just watching this video from so-and-so and I learned something, I want to share it with you, you know? And so by doing that, it's kind of like giving a reference in a book, you know, like if you steal something from somebody, but you give them the reference, it's like, then you're cool. You know, you can't really get in trouble anymore because you actually gave them the reference. So I was kind of doing that. And then what happened was I started actually, you know, applying these things that I was learning and it started working. And then I didn't really have to give references anymore. And I was like, okay, cool. I can just, you know, talk from experience now. And so, you know, is anybody, you know, raise your hand if you're like, are you investing in coaching, training, anything like that? Like anybody here? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, cool. No? Oh man, well, you might not have to. I mean, not everybody has to, but yeah, I'm always investing, you know, and I know a lot of people do, but I mean, I want you to consider, you know, maybe creating content for your audience and starting off slow and maybe picking it up. Like Marie has this right here, where this might not necessarily be her, like she's not really necessarily creating the content, you know, she's not being like, you know, she was leading the meeting, whatever, but she's not like going on video all by herself and being like, hey, let me teach you this or let me show you this. But she has this awesome platform that she can now share with her audience that positions her as the expert because this is her jam right here, you know? So what I did last week, we were all kind of on here and we were like, all right, everybody was saying their goals for next week. And my goal was to create some content. So I got a blog post done. I'm about to put it up today. It was a lot of work, but it was difficult. But like what questions, let's real quick, I don't know, we got a few more minutes. What questions does everybody have about creating content and who, like, if I guess like if you're thinking about creating content, like what is stopping you from creating content for your audience?
It looks like Ryan is raising his hand.
Go ahead, man. Oh, was that? That's funny, man. I never see that hand raised too often in Zoom. So.
It's one of the best things you can do to manage larger groups in Zoom meetings. I promise. Give it a shot sometime. But,
that's funny.
What's the question? More of a contribution. I wanted to build off what you're talking about with creating content, especially if you don't know a lot, even about the niche you're targeting. In search engine optimization, starting at the foundations of your core subject is really important. And by making your own content and starting at the foundation where you maybe are starting to get to learn your own stuff, when you push that onto your own websites like Google, Bing, Yahoo, they pick up on that you're teaching the basics of this really big subject. And then as you learn more, you write on more technical aspects of that subject, Google continues increasing how they think of you as an authority in that topic. So from an SEO perspective, not creating content is going to be actively hurting most businesses and you personally, because you're not getting to learn about your own niche and you're just missing out free traffic that is waiting for you. Google doesn't work in a way that you just have a website and people come. Your website needs to be active. And so creating your own content from an SEO side is incredibly important. So thanks again for talking about all that content stuff. We do it a lot on our side.
That's awesome. Welcome, Ryan, also, by the way. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, I was coming in off of a prospect meeting, so came a little late, but thank you for letting me in.
Yeah, thanks for being here. Good point on the SEO, man. I mean, that's actually like, okay, so I'm about to drop this blog post, right? So I know a little SEO as well. So I did a little research and I found some keywords in my particular niche. We got to talk about the niche word. Which one is it, by the way? But I did a little research and I was like, so I already know when I drop this blog post, it's probably going to be on the first page. And it actually gets search traffic every single month. There's people looking for this keyword, but I found a keyword that doesn't have a lot of competition. And plus my website is already pretty strong. So just from putting it online, it's probably gonna go on the first page of Google. And like Ryan said, I'm gonna get some free traffic from it. And it's pretty cool when you do that. Another big thing, guys, who's on TikTok, by the way? Anybody using TikTok? Yeah. Are you creating content, Marie?
You know what? The TikTok for me is more like I was exploring with their apps in terms of music.
Yeah.
I don't actually build my base audience in TikTok, but I use the app in order to push it out to other social media. So I would download the video or actually share it to Instagram or Facebook or LinkedIn. That's how I use it.
Well, TikTok's huge right now, right? TikTok is just, it's blowing up. Like a lot of people are leaving Facebook they're number 4 so a lot of people are leaving Facebook right now. Excuse me. A lot of people are leaving Facebook, and Facebook knows that. They just announced, like Zuckerberg just was like, hey man, we're losing a lot of the young people. They're going to TikTok, they're going to Instagram. And even though Instagram is part of the metaverse or whatever, they still want people on Facebook because that's their main jam, just like Fire Up Connect is Marie's main jam, right? So big news. Google just announced that they're going to be indexing TikTok videos and Instagram stuff. Do you guys know what that means? Everybody knows what that means? Yeah. The ballers like, yeah. So basically, if you're putting TikTok videos online and Google is now going to put that in the search results. So like if you can post something on TikTok that gets a lot of action, you can actually rank that post on Google now, which is really big, and Instagram as well, because you couldn't do that before, and now it's going to show up. So yeah, I'm really looking into TikTok. I'm like thinking, I haven't really posted there yet, but I'm really thinking about it. So I think it's going to be awesome you can really leverage TikTok and build your audience a lot quicker, because they're a little nicer, right now when you post something, where eventually in like a year, 2-3 years from now, it's going to be a lot harder to get traction on TikTok as as more and more users go there. They're going to start, their algorithm's going to pull back, just like Instagram did. It used to be so easy on Instagram to get tons of, reactions and all that, comments. Now it's like, it's really difficult. So just something to consider. But any other, I don't know, anything else, any final thoughts on content creation?
I got one. I got a final for us. And actually it leads into, wait, let me see if that was what was next. Yeah, so my comment is actually going to lead us into what part 3 of our meeting is about, with being able to share some wins you have going on, some challenges or goals. And so mine will segue into that. I'll start with it, and then we'll get rolling with that with some time integrity as well. So what I wanted to actually add to this conversation is consistency around it, because I'm finding there was like back in like 2016 to 2018, I was pretty consistent on I was using Facebook business pages and stuff for videos and going live, because I was, you just do what people tell you to do. And I stopped being consistent, because then I started listening to folks who are like, not taking me seriously, or family, or just people who like don't really get what you're doing. And then I found through the pandemic that it just felt like there was so much noise. It still feels like that. It still feels like there's so much noise, and I could put all this effort into like having a comeback of like what I want to say, what I want to add, what I want to like, what's going to be a signifying thing to help me stand out. But I feel like I'm still going to get lost in the noise, regardless of like how much effort I put in. I know that's not true. It still matters that I still speak out my thing, but it's sometimes, I think we all can relate to this, where you care about what other people are saying about you, and then B, getting past those challenges of just doing the thing anyway, even if it feels like you're not going to be as visible, I guess. So that's my segue into our third part of the meeting. And then we can comment on this and then move on with that too.
Okay, I love it. Love it. And thank you for the segue because I was just gonna do that, but you did a little salt bay on us all and sprinkled it into the next section. So next section, guys. Great talk on content, by the way, everybody. Next section, we're gonna talk about we call it business share time. So you're gonna get 1 minute to basically share a success story that you've just had, a business challenge that you're having that may lead to a conversation after the meeting with somebody that might be able to help you out, or a goal that you want to share with everybody. Maybe something that you want to get done before the end of the year. So you get a success story, a challenge, or a goal that you want to share. So I'm going to let Jessica start it off because she just did the segue. So why don't you lead it off for us, Jessica?
I was just about to say, so to reiterate, the challenge I'm having with is, I actually was thinking about this like all this morning with this exact section of the meeting of the challenge I'm having is I feel like I have to be polished and like I have it all together, and I don't. And it's hard to be visible and do the things when you feel like you're going to be judged. And I think that's like kind of the core reason why I haven't been consistent with my stuff of what I liked doing before. I was super consistent. I had fun with it. I put a lot of thought into like the topics. So I want to have a comeback with this. I had things, I have insights and things I want to do and collaborate with people, and the challenges, I'm letting it get to me with what people think of me and, all that stuff. Comparing myself, I guess. But I'm working on it. I'm going to work on it.
That's like, yeah, no, that's like the main thing. I think when people don't create content is because of what you just said. And, when you can get over that, it is big. So thank you for sharing that. That's freaking awesome. Let's pass the mic. I want to pass it over to Danny, man. I haven't heard from you, Danny. You've been on mute. Why don't you come out and talk to us, brother?
Hey, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, man.
I have a company called Viva's Help Inc. I'm the president. I'm trying to get off the ground. I'm going to describe it to you. It's a 3D platform, a virtual world, not video-based, but it's 3D-based using 3D representations of ourselves called avatars. Move around with a keyboard, and for the purpose of buying, selling products and services, aka networking. We have booths in there. We have for networking. We can do from 50 people to 10,000 people. That will be mainly for the trade shows we have in there. We just opened our doors. I haven't had an event yet, but I've been working really hard. I was up like 11 at night, rewriting a email to people. My frustration is that people don't read it. I understand business people can be very impatient. We all know that. But what happened with me is that they don't read the instructions. So I had to change the font, change everything that they would have to read it. And it's hard to have some people that I'm going to be meeting with next week, just to show them the 3D environment. It's not easy. I'm trying to get people to know, I'm trying to make it possible. Any advice? People I'm always looking for is people who run events themselves, from B2B networking, mixers to trade shows to expos, even conventions. It's not conferences. Conferences video based, and it's frustrating. It's hard. Any advice that I can get would be really appreciative.
So just keep in mind, for any kind of suggestions, you can go ahead and send a private message to Danny if you have any suggestions, and we can go on with our time. All right. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you. Absolutely, man. Yeah, if anybody, Danny, feel free to put your contact info in the chat or something, and somebody can reach out directly, or you guys can have a private chat here. So let's toss the mic, man. I'm gonna take it over to Jennifer, who's hiding right now. Maybe she's doing something, but Jennifer, why don't you come out and let us know success story, a challenge, or a goal that you have?
Yeah, well, so I started my own marketing company about 1.5 years ago. once COVID started. So my challenge is just building a new company. But one of the things that I struggle with is getting the new business. A lot of what I have, I've gotten through referrals or people I know, Craigslist, what have you. But I really want, I post my services on Upwork, if any of you guys have heard about that. And I bid on jobs. And what I find frustrating is that even though my skills are at expert level, I'm not getting jobs because you don't get a rating or a percentage of jobs completed until you actually get jobs on Upwork. So no one will hire me because I don't have the stats behind my profile, but I don't have the stats behind my profile because no one is giving me a shot. So it's very frustrating because I know once I can get to some stats behind my profile, I should be able to get tons of business. So that's frustrating. That's my biggest challenge right now. The other one is creating verticals for my business, and real estate is one of them that I want to do. So that's kind of just creating a niche for my marketing capabilities and focusing just on a few different niches and building websites and marketing for those niches, such as real estate. I want to focus on like heating and cooling, real estate, and doctor's offices. So.
Awesome. Awesome. I'm going to count that as a vote for the word niche and not niche from you. So that's awesome. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, I definitely, if you guys have any advice for Jennifer, connect Jennifer, feel free to throw your contact info in there and private message her. Let's go on to Ryan, man. Why don't you come out, man? Let us know a success story, a goal, or a challenge that you're having.
Yeah, absolutely. Being of success stories, it's actually a collection of success stories, but we just wrapped up our case study from 2020 and 2021, our success stories. We wrapped it up just this last week. So for our outbound marketing and our prospecting process, we're really excited to have this great resource to show of how well we've done with some of our previous clients in the marketing sphere. So that's been really cool this week, getting to deploy that a little bit. But one struggle we've been having, and it's more of an internal struggle than anything, is that we do so much for our clients that we don't take the time to do it for ourselves. And as the CEO of this organization, that's a lot on me for not doing the things that we need to do for ourselves to grow. So what we're going to be doing over the next few months is launching our own content campaign to focus more on inbound marketing, along with an ad strategy that's going to be low budget enough to generate real leads. Because I forgot the name of the person who was the marketer that just was talking on Upwork. But us in the B2B space, it's a lot longer sales cycle, a lot more lead generation than anything, and we've done nothing of the sort on our side. We're similar story, a lot of referrals, Upwork as well. I recommend Upwork Pro if you want to have leads fed to you, even if you don't have a lot of work experience. $15 a month. Upwork Pro will feed you leads based on what your profile is built out to represent. And when you do outreach on Upwork, it's a cold outreach, and those fall flat more often than not for myself as well. But when you get an invite from one of the job referral specialists from Upwork, that comes in as a warm lead for you, and I've had a much better time converting those. So that's my advice on the Upwork bit. But yeah, the struggle has been not taking time to do our own content, and now we're going to get starting to do it. So yeah, a lot of good stuff coming up.
Love it, man. Thanks for sharing, dude. Excited to hear what happens, man. So you got to show up next week to keep us posted, man. Because if you don't show up next week, it's like, dude, you're lost. It's like, then you're gone. We can't hear from you. So thank you for sharing, dude. I'm gonna pull Rick out, man, because Rick typed in the word question a little bit ago. So I'm sure he got something on his mind, and he's like, dude, bring me out. So Rick, talk to us.
I was just going to address Jennifer's challenge. Let's call it a challenge. Yeah. So my suggestion on that one is to get into LinkedIn. And there are apps. I can share an app with you to help you put in who you're looking for. And this program will give you exactly who you're looking for, all their contact information, whether they have a GMB, a website, contact information, reviews, and so on and so on. So it really analyzes a lot of information that'll give it to you. Be glad to share that with you. I'll put my email in there. So yeah, also, so yeah, the LinkedIn thing is a great thing to do. Oh, see, so what's happening for me? Oh my gosh. I started one challenge. I love challenges. I also bought into a pretty expensive program that is working with webinars. So what I'm doing, and here's a technique for you, if I may share this, is I would have talked about repurposing content earlier. So I will do a video. I will do a PowerPoint. I'll set it up. I'll do a Zoom on it, copy it, take it, put it into my editing for video. Camtasia is what I use. And then put bumpers, you know, intro and outro with my content in the middle, put all the flashy stuff, all that stuff, and then put it out there. So when I put it out there, I put it on Restream. Now, another place that you can go besides doing Restream, now Restream does live and it does recorded, and you can schedule. But there's some limitations to it. I also use another program called Live Pigeon, all one word, livepigeon.com. This guy is the IT to Russell Brunson, if you know Russell Brunson, okay? So very great guy. But what I can do with him is put my content up and schedule it, and it'll go across the board. So it goes on my YouTube channel and my Facebook pages and groups simultaneous, okay, plus Instagram. So it's a great thing. So I can just put it up there and post it and schedule it, but it comes out, it streams live. So folks thinks that you're like right on it. So all of your platforms think that you're live when it's really Memorex, okay? For those of you that can refer to that old commercial. So that's what I've been doing. So I've got like, oh my gosh, I've got 4 stacked right now, 4 challenges stacked. And each one of those, I'm doing the challenge, but I'm doing it on Zoom and recording it, again, repurposing it. And now I've got a course. Now I can charge for the course. So not only did I make money on those that signed up for the challenge, but now I can put it in as a course. The third thing is I can take my presentation in the challenge and now groom it and put it into a evergreen webinar, okay? It goes on forever. So you have a high value gift like my ebook, 7 reasons that you're struggling in your handyman business. That's something that's, you know, that audience would want, that niche would want, okay? And then they sign into that, they get that, they download that. In the content is the link at the bottom. Hey, if you want to know more about this, here's your problems, blah, 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 blah. Here's my solution. If you want to know more about this, click this link and watch my 20-minute video. 20-minute video, or my, sorry, 20-minute webinar, 20-minute webinar at the end. Hey, let's book a call. Let's talk, okay? So, you know, some of these programs will go from anywhere from $97 on the low end, okay, all the way up to $10,000. And these are things that are working for me. There's systems out there. And again, my thing is successful systems make ordinary people, just like all of us, extraordinary. Okay, McDonald's has systems, Coca-Cola has systems. Every big brand you can name has systems.
Hey,
so
Rick,
why not us plug into that?
let me jump in, man. Love it. I love the value add, but you went way over that minute you were supposed to have, buddy. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to invite you back next Friday to do the expert talk, man. So I'm going to let you do a talk next Friday about everything you were just saying. If anybody was interested in all that, come back next Friday. Is that cool? Rick, were you down for that?
Yes, thank you.
Dude, that would be awesome, man. That'd be cool. Let's connect out of here, and then I'll kind of queue you up for next Friday. But next Friday, you'll be able to go in deep on all that, man. Very familiar with everything you just said. And Russell Brunson is the freaking man. So let me get Janet out here. Remember, you get a minute to talk about a challenge you're having, a goal, or a success story. Okay. So Janet, enlighten us.
Yeah. Hi, Jason. So my main challenge the last year is basically just finding, I basically do fix and flips, and my main challenge is getting business credit. So I've been basically working hard to improve my credit score, just to increase my credit score, or and to attain that business line of credit, so I can have enough cash flow to do a few more flips. So in that process, that's just been a challenge. And then, like in the past, I've had problems with finding cash buyers, purchase properties. I get access to different properties in Philadelphia and Atlanta, and they just come my way. But I had a lot of trouble in the past. There's just a lot of hiccups finding the right cash buyers to purchase the right properties. And so those were my main two challenges this year. But hopefully everything will, boil over, and my credit score is going to get higher. I just enrolled in a program called Fund and Grow. They basically work with clients like me. They build your credit by adding lines of credit, and they basically just try to increase your credit score that way. So I'm working with them right now. It should take a couple of months for me to get those lines of credit. So that's where I'm at right now.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing. I love investing too, by the way. So I think all we have left, Marie, why don't you talk to us, Marie? You know the deal, and then I'll go next, and then we'll go to the last section of our meeting.
All right. Well, thank you, Jason. So for me, I wanted to share just my success. So far, I was able to establish a new radio show for real men in real estate, and it's actually really amazing. I love what's coming out of it. And, and we're working on the new magazine for Fabulous Lifestyle, which is, amazing too, because as you know, Fire Up Connect also produce community events. And we just completed Halloween for Heroes, and now we're working on Turkeys for Troops. And I got a lot of sponsors for that, which it also turns out to be, a customer for the magazine. The things about what I do is very strategic in regards to connecting different projects and different things. And so, don't be shy in regards to creating something that could give back to the community, and because it will give you business too at the same time. So always think about that, creating content and, connecting all kinds of projects from other people will give you more business. All right. Thanks.
I love it. Love it. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm excited. What's the next event coming up, by the way?
For Turkeys for Troops, we're actually, Turkeys for Troops, we have November 9th and November 17th, and they have to register, and they can pick up their gift cards at the location, the Marina Village Conference Center here in San Diego. So we're going after some of the wounded warriors and veterans in the San Diego and Inland Empire.
Awesome. Well, thank you for sharing. So I guess my thing, I know what Ryan said a little bit ago about his challenge is kind of like the same challenge I'm having, except I'm like trying to dive in. So we've been like creating, content, doing advertising for other companies and local businesses and stuff like that. But like one thing I personally slacked on is content creation, and really like, building an audience and having inbound people come to you, because when you're looking for business, you can either do outbound prospecting or inbound marketing where people are coming to you. And I got to tell you, I've done both, and I freaking love inbound marketing compared to outbound, right? Because the inbound people are requesting help. They're like, hey man, I need some help. Where the outbound, it's like, you really got to get your sales game up hardcore. So if you're really good at sales and you have inbound leads coming in, it's a game changer. And yeah, so one thing I've slacked on is creating content. And that was kind of like, this week I was like, I'm starting. So yeah, one challenge I have is just getting back into the content, the flow of creating content, and really just putting value out there on the front end. So that's my little challenge. I got my little blog post I'm dropping. I want to drop some more for next meeting. So if you guys had a challenge for that you dropped today, next week, remember to talk about it. So that's it. I'm going to toss the mic over to Marie. She usually sums it all up.
Thank you so much, Jason. Let's give Jason an amazing work on your, wow, thank you. So this is the part where I would like to ask your feedback. If you guys can give us your comments on chat and how you feel about the meeting and how Jason run the meeting. I mean, go ahead and give us that information. It's always good to know when what people are thinking about it. So I know, Ryan, thank you for being here. this is your first time. Danny, this is your first time, and Jennifer Atkins. So can you give us verbal feedback? Ryan, I'll start with you. Are you there, Ryan? Or are you?
Yes, we are here. Had
Okay.
to unmute.
All right.
Yeah.
Give
Verbal
us-
feedback. Dropped some in the chat already, but it's just always good hearing people talk about the importance of content marketing. It's difficult as a marketer to explain the value of it to some of our clients who really want quick money now. But we know that there's more money to be made in the long term when you build an audience, tend to that audience, and add value consistently across the time that they're engaged with you. And hearing other voices come out and talk about it for other business owners is just really encouraging, because I get so much pressure on the urgency of return on ad spend or return on investment, and it is a long game. So getting people to understand the real value is great. So just thank you for
What city are you in, Ryan?
Say again?
What city are you in, Ryan?
I am in Asheville, North Carolina.
North Carolina. Awesome. Okay.
Our agency is distributed across the United States, and we work internationally. So it really doesn't matter much for how we do business, but
Okay.
North Carolina is nice. A lot of breweries if you haven't come out yet.
Thank you so much, Ryan. Danny, what's your comment?
It was interesting. Generally, when it comes to small groups, most of the time local. That's when I went to was someplace in Florida, Jacksonville, and I was like, no. So here it's different. There's people all over the country. In New York, Queens, so I can tell my wonderful accent. The ideas I liked. I really appreciated having a, I should say, a content. I'm going to talk to my VP about this. And any advice, anybody wants to talk to me, I can also be up to them. Not easy, but it'll work out. That's it.
All right, cool. Let's go to Jennifer Atkins.
I found the conversation and content very interesting, and I just think there was a ton of takeaways of other business owners that may not even be in the same industry per se, but we're all kind of sometimes doing the same things, and just got a lot of takeaways on that. Like, I didn't know there was a LinkedIn Pro. I've been on or Upwork. I'm sorry, Upwork.
Jennifer.
I've been on Upwork for 6 months. I did not even know that. So
What city are you in?
I'm in Cleveland, Ohio.
Cleveland. Oh my gosh, I have family.
Yes. Home of LeBron James, even though he's elsewhere now. Yep.
Awesome. I appreciate you being here. Janet, I know this is your second, I don't know, I think it's your second time, right, Janet?
This is my third time, I believe.
Oh,
I
third
think
time.
the last time. Yeah. I think the last time we connect, I was on your group was, I'd say, about 4 or 5 months ago, I want to say.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's been a while. It's been a while.
And so how do you feel? I mean, is it a good meeting for you?
Yeah, I mean, it's a good chance to connect and to learn different platforms. I think I've heard of Upwork before. I'm not too familiar with it, but checking out the website right now. But yeah, it's helping me grow and understand my business a little more, my industry. And so I'm hoping to come back next time. Sounds good.
All right. Thank you, Janet. Okay, Rick.
Yes, thank you so much for the invite, Jessica and Marie. We did have a conversation earlier this week, so we're moving forward towards that, make things happen. Just as a side note here real quick, if you guys don't know this, go to your chat on the right-hand side, far right-hand side of your chat are 3 little dots. Okay, there's a word for that. I don't have it, but 3 dots. Click on the 3 dots and it says more. Okay, if you hover over it, says more. Click on it, it says save chat. So you can save all this conversation, save all the contact information that was shared, okay?
Okay, but what's your thought about the meeting?
Say it again?
What's your thought about the meeting?
But as far, yeah, segue. So as far as the meeting, it's a definite high value information that was shared today. So thank you, each one of you, for contributing, for having your questions, and look forward to connecting with you very quickly.
Awesome. Jessica.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for your patience with us. We actually we accomplish a lot in an hour, and although that really is our intention. None of us need another meeting to go to, but the whole point of Fire Up Connect, and I'm not getting paid to say this as a member, but I am a member, and it just sometimes helps having that perspective. It helps knowing that you can have dedicated, legit platforms to facilitate things. Marie's models it beautifully with how she accomplishes so many of her wins and partnerships and stuff that she does. And that's what we want to create here with you. So consistency, just like we're talking about with content, it also matters where we show up and are visible. And for me, what I really love about myself being visible literally on camera and otherwise with health challenges and different things I've been navigating is being comfortable with owning my voice and just, you need these safe places you can keep growing and getting your chops back to be successful. And you never know who you're going to meet. You're just one person away from your next client or next collab. And we're just so thrilled that we can offer this 2 times a week. So thank you for being here. And I hope this sets the pace for a great weekend.
Thank you, Jessica. Now, Jason, I still want your feedback.
Meetings suck today. I'm not even coming back again. I'm out. No, I thought it was good. I thought everybody contributed a lot today. This Friday thing is kind of new, This Friday meeting is like, it's not even that old. We just kind of started it. And, we're getting some really good people coming out here. Honestly, I think the Friday meeting is going to start blowing the Tuesday one away because we're just cooler. The people that show up on Fridays are cooler. We had a lot of good takeaways today. Rick, I want to connect with you after this because I'd love to have you back next week. I know a lot of people, don't know some of the stuff you were talking about. So it would be really cool to have you just dive in next week and go a little deeper on what you were saying instead of that little 1-minute section you're supposed to get. We'll connect after this. You'll get a nice little time to kind of like deep dive in next week. And plus we'll add on a little deeper, I know there's a lot of people on today that had some knowledge in, the marketing department and just stuff like that. It's so interesting, So I thought the meeting was great. Really good energy today. Really appreciate everybody coming out. And hopefully I see everybody next Friday.
Yes, of course. All right. Well, gosh, I feel so blessed today with all the information I received from all of you. And I'm going to have to watch this recording again and really listen to every keywords that you guys have shared because you guys offer so much to to our connections. But keep this in mind. This is your first time. For most of you, this is your first time. And if you're not a member of Fire Up Connect, please consider it. There's a lot of things that we can work together, and we can even give you a lot more resources if you're having some challenges. But understand that here we are, being true to ourselves and trying to reach out and trying to make our business successful. And for spending an hour, and I apologize for being late, but I think we're still on for an hour. That you can get a lot of answers and a lot of help in this format because you're able to express yourself. It is a small group, but I can tell you we have done a lot of collaboration. We feel like we accomplished our 6 goals here. And I know, Ryan, you missed the 6 goals. So the 6 goals that we have is to really understand the fundamentals of your services and products. Do you think you were able to do that in this hour? Okay. The second one was the introduction. We don't want any kind of solicitation, but we had a good introduction through Q&A. Did you guys feel like you did get a good introduction? Okay, all right. And then the third one is there's a spark of building business relationship. And I feel like you guys already am building that relationship just in this 1 hour meeting because you're already chatting, right? And you're providing information. You feel like you can trust people and you like them for what they are saying. And then the expertise level, which is our 4th goal. You can see everybody's got something to say. And it's amazing. I mean, I'm blown away with the information. There's a lot of good things here that I can use. And then the 5th one is understanding. Did we really get to know people in this 1 hour meeting? Don't you think you got a good understanding of who they are and how they communicate with people, right? And the last thing is project. This is where I would encourage all of you to follow up connect with people, do a one-on-one Zoom meetings. This is really where you can collaborate and find opportunities. Like in this meetings, okay, Ryan and Jason, I think you guys are talking earlier. Who else is talking here that it's already creating opportunities and collaboration?
Oh, there's like 4. I already,
What
don't
about you?
worry.
Yeah, what about you, Jennifer? Did you get some connections already?
I'm sorry,
Did you get
connection.
connections already?
Yeah, I
Okay,
definitely think so.
okay, all right. And Danny, what about you, Danny?
I got maybe one, but I can use more connections. I need.
Yeah, definitely you need to come back, okay? And Janet, Rick, what about you guys?
I have a
Absolutely for
couple
me,
so
thank you.
far. You have a
me and
couple so
Janet-
far.
me and Janet's already hooking up. We're right here in ATL. Let's do it.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Right?
All right, and this is just a good example of how much connection you can make through Fire Up Connect. And I promise you, every time we have a meeting, there's someone who's new that you can really build your business and more connections. I myself have tons of connection, but I do need to know people. I do need to build that relationship with you because, of course, it is also our reputation, our credibility is online, and we need to make sure that we understand who we're dealing with. So part of Fire Up Connect is to really have that understanding of how you operate and how you communicate and how you get involved with people and how you work with other people. So those are the things that why we have Fire Up Connect. I am, who is this? Actual tears laughing. Jessica, what did you mean by that?
Well, because they were both talking at the same time and no one can hear what they're saying. But yeah, it
They're
just
talking
cracks me up.
through chat.
Oh, but we're also laughing because this whole entire meeting, we've been trying to like get a survey of who says niche or niche. So we're just waiting to hear what your
Okay.
final on that.
All right. Well,
No, what is it? How do you say it?
Hey, in the deep south, it's 2 sounds. It's niche.
Oh, all right.
Okay,
You got
well,
a third.
this is a pretty cool meeting. So we meet every Tuesday at 3:00 p.m.
Don't answer it.
and every Friday at 11 a.m. with Jason and Jessica. So they kind of manage that meeting. And so if you are interested in being part of Fire Up Connect, please connect with me. I put my information on chat. And if there's any other comments, this is the time. Any other comments?
I'm going to try to be there on Tuesday. Sabbath observant, and Friday, the Sabbath starting a lot earlier now. So it's going to be a little bit difficult for me Friday, but Tuesday at 3 p.m. Pacific, I think I can be there. It shouldn't be a problem.
Awesome. All right. Well, and I will definitely be meeting with you, Danny, right? Okay. Anything else? Any other? Ryan, go for it.
Are we going to be getting a list of names and emails from attendance of this event, or only what you got from chat?
Well, only you got with chat, because these are all volunteers. We don't want any kind of solicitation. And Ryan, I would like for you to really schedule a time with me too, because I can see how much you can also give value to the other members. But again, we try to be connected through Fire Up Connect, because of course we wanted to get to know people. And if you are an official member of Fire Up Connect, we're able to at least get all your information and put it in our website. And I think that's just, fair for the people that are officially member, and, be able to share your true information, like your bio, your testimonial, your photo gallery, your articles, everything is in there, so they can really have a true understanding of who you are. This is about business relationship. I do a lot of deals, and I have so many companies that I'm associated with. I have given so many businesses to the members. Once I learn their services and programs, and then I do refer them to other people. So make sure that, think of the value. I mean, Rick is also one of those people that have tons of connection. And I would like, Rick, for you to be a member of Fire Up Connect. And I think it'll be a great value for all of us here. Okay. All right. Any others? Jennifer, Janet, any last comments? Are you good?
I'm good.
All right. Well, thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you.
Okay. And I will hopefully see you next time. All right. All
Sounds
right.
good.
Bye,
Thanks, everyone. Thanks for coming, and we'll
Thank
see
you,
you on
everybody.
Tuesday or next Friday.
Take care.
Enjoy.
Hey,
Good
guys.
meeting y'all. Now, how do I download this?